the Kama Sutra is the oldest sex encyclopedia. I mean, you're talking about documentation. I mean, forget about Devdutt Patnaik and these people. This has been documented.
Individuals outside of India support the community's efforts towards legal recognition of same-sex marriages in India.
I was waiting for this question. So, see, I want to take you back to 2018 when the Honorable Supreme Court decriminalized us. Now, not many people know, but the history behind winning this law, there was an international hand in this, and this gentleman, his name was Justice Michael Kirby from Australia. He was the first openly gay judge of the world, and a very good friend of mine. He has written a biography, and in which he's mentioned me also in that. Now, Justice Michael Kirby was invited to India to talk to lawyers and judges and various people on human rights and on equality and many issues. So one of the things which he spoke to was about equality, human rights of LGBT community, and it so happened that when one of his talks, he had mentored Justice A.P. Shah, and that time he was not the judge of the Delhi High Court, but then afterwards he became the judge of the Delhi High Court, and the same Justice A.P. Shah gave a judgment in our favor. So imagine a foreigner, who has nothing to do with India. He's a judge from the High Court of Australia. In Australia, the High Court is equivalent to the Supreme Court of India. So they call it High Court. So he came to India, and that's how he told Justice Michael Kirby told me this when I met him, and that's how this first step of winning we got because of a foreigner. So definitely there's a lot of international, influences there. I want to read out one survey which was done, and then I want to talk about what the international scene is. So there was this survey which was conducted by the Global Market Research Organization, IPSOS, in 2021, which said that 44% of Indians approved of same-sex marriage. 15% were for legal recognition for same-sex couples without the status of marriage. 18% were totally against same-sex union of any kind, and 25% were not sure. Okay, this is the survey which is done now. This survey also says that the international human rights organizations and Western governments keep telling countries in the global south to give a wide spectrum of gender rights, including the rights to same-sex marriage. So there is a dialogue, there is a dialogue happening between countries where same-sex marriage has been legalized, like for example, Netherlands, Sweden, France, USA, UK. They are definitely having dialogues with India, because who doesn't want to be at par with other countries? Look at Taiwan. Taiwan is such a small country. It's not even as big as any one of the small states. I'm sure even Kerala must be bigger than in Taiwan in terms of population. But they have legalized same-sex marriage. I was invited to Taiwan in 2018 when they had legalized it, and the government of Taiwan had invited me there to. I couldn't go because it clashed with my Navratri festival in India. But definitely we need to learn from these kind of countries, and how they have developed. Why can't India develop in the same manner like these countries? Why do we have to stick to all these hypocritical statements of culture and this and that, which carry no meaning? So that's the point which I want to make.
What role do you believe education and awareness play in changing public attitudes towards same-sex marriage, and how can we work towards increasing this awareness?
Definitely, we need awareness. With the first answer which I told you, I told you that there's this huge misconception which I'm trying to change. In the people's minds that we have already got the rights. Why do we need it? So people are not aware. People are not aware of our laws. See, first and foremost thing I want to tell you and tell the audience, nothing to do with today's talk, is how many people in India have even read the Indian Constitution. You should do a survey. If you do the survey, I can challenge you, not even 5% of Indians have read the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution is our Bible. You may or may not read the Bible, fine, but Indian Constitution, each and every Indian citizen should read, not just law students, because this Constitution is one of the best written constitutions of the world. Even Hillary Clinton has read it, and it guarantees equal rights to all Indian citizens, including the sexual minority and the gender identities as well. So we have to understand that it is awareness, it is education. Through these mediums, we can spread the facts and break the stereotypes and try to see that we remember what people see, because an internet is not the right source. Let me tell you, internet may not give you the right facts. Talk to people like us who have gone through the challenges in our life, and we will tell you what we have gone through, and then people will understand that why we need change in this society.
Okay. I'll have one last question from my side. What message would you like to send to LGBTQIA individuals in India who may be struggling with their identity or the lack of legal recognition for the marriages?
Yeah, my simple advice to all people who are from the LGBT community or who are trying to identify or trying to come to terms with their sexuality is accept yourself. Very simple. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's not that simple. Accept yourself. The moment you accept yourself, half your problems will be gone. I've seen a lot of people struggling with themselves. They said, no. I'm straight, but I sometimes like to have a fling with somebody who's from the same sex, and then that person will turn around and say, no, I think I'm not straight, I'm bisexual. And then after some time, that person will say, no, I don't think I'm bisexual, I'm gay. So it takes a while for a person to come to terms with one's sexuality. I also gone through the same process. I know how it is. But we need to accept whether we come out of the closet, whether we talk to others about our sexuality is secondary. But first and foremost, we need to accept ourselves. Did I break?
No, you're.
Okay, no, somebody sent a message that we cannot hear. Anyway, so we need to come out to ourselves first, and then we can think about coming out to others. But homosexuality is natural and normal. It is there even in animals. So one need not fear about it. Just live the life of truth. That's my simple message to the LGBT community. And yes, one last message to all the people who are listening to me or even from the community is a very important message. Please love yourself. If you love yourself, you will be able to love a lot of others. You will be less judgmental towards the others. You will spread less of hatred. We are there to love you, of course. Even if you all hate us, I'll still love you, But if you love yourself, you will be more loving towards other people. So that's just my simple and the last message. 500 years even before Jesus Christ was born. the Kama Sutra. But who talks about it? We are the land of the oldest sex encyclopedia, yet the basic sex education is missing in our schools and colleges, which is a very paradox situation. So we need to bring this back. We need to revive it. Show that we are proud of the Indian culture, and I'm proud to be Indian. You see me, I'm always dressed in Indian attire. I'm not proud to be a British or proud to be American. I'm proud to be Indian, and because I'm proud of the Indian culture, and I'm proud of the Kama Sutra as well.
So you've mentioned 3 authors' name, but is there a book or a documentary or a Netflix or an OTT documentary which chronologizes this historically, specifically?
Well, that's in the process. It's happening. It's going to happen very soon. I cannot name the persons who are doing it because it's confidential, but that's definitely happening. We are definitely archiving a lot of LGBT history about in India, what has happened in the past, and what has also helped us to win some of our rights and given us the freedom. So that's definitely in the pipeline.
Vishwa has done 4 talks on the LGBTQ community, and each time we have been banned from sending ads out when we come out with this creatives. So why is there a bias in the social media? Is there anybody dealing with it in this community? Because on the one hand, we are saying we need to bring in awareness for them to have acceptability. On the other hand, to bring in awareness, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, why is it that they ban the ads? Any
Very
idea?
simple and short answer. It's called hypocrisy, which I mentioned in my first answer. India is not ready to accept the truth as yet. I mean, you're talking about banning your shows. We are banned from even going to Khajuraho.
Seriously?
And yes, seriously. When the Supreme Court hearing was going on 2018, when we were fighting for our rights, we were banned from going to Khajuraho to take photographs of the homoerotic form of statues and sculptures. So you can imagine what kind of hypocrisy is prevailing in this country. I mean, this is luckily we have transgenders, we have the trans community, the Hijra community, which are powerful, and they manage to go and get inside the Khajuraho temple and get photographs, and prove. See, today, whatever case we are fighting, whether it is 377 or a same-sex, Supreme Court wants proof, wants evidence. We have the proof, but we are being banned from getting the proof. Why? Because they don't want to accept the truth. Why WishwaTalks are getting banned? Because they don't want to accept the truth. It's simple, but we have to keep fighting. Whether they accept or they do not accept, we have to fight for it, because ultimately truth will always prevail, and Satyameva Jayate. So we will keep fighting. Doesn't matter. We will definitely get justice one day, or not now, maybe 10 years later. Fine, we will wait. But we will fight, because our fight is based on truth and honesty, and truth will always win.